my name is Eva Jordan Johnson, and I had a stroke. But before my stroke, I am a travel agent. And, my husband is doing, we have reversed the roles. I'm more in the background, and he's in the more forward. He worked for an entertainment company. But anyway, today I have a special guest, and I want to share with you, and I have some questions for her. So don't go nowhere. Listen to her. Listen what she says. And, first of all, introduce yourself.
Okay, thank you, Miss Eva, and hello to all of the viewers out there. My name is Jazzmine Douse, and I am Senior Director of National Accounts with AmaWaterways, and we are actually on the Magdalena River in Colombia.
Amen.
Right? Woo! And so it's a pleasure for me to be here with you guys today, and I'm looking forward to answering some of your questions.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so more than you know.
Thank you, Ms.
Okay.
Eva.
Here are my questions. What are some of the frequently asked questions you get about river cruising?
Oh, wow, that's a good one. So some of the most frequently asked questions I get about river cruising, I think one of the number one ways is people think of cruising, so they ask, can I get seasick? They wonder how much movement there is on board. So I always like to say that, no, you can't get seasick, but you can't get river sick either. Sometimes the ship is sailing and it's so smooth that you don't even know you're moving until you look outside of the window, right?
Yeah.
We always get the question about, and I'm going to be as honest as possible. People say, is this just for old people? Is this just for potentially Caucasian or white travelers? And they want to know about the diversity in age as well as in race. And I would say that river cruising has traditionally been catered to a specific audience, but as river cruising continues to evolve, we see companies specifically like AmaWaterways creating opportunities for new diverse markets to come in and experience the beauty of river cruising, right?
Yep. I'm hooked.
You hooked already?
I'm hooked. Especially COVID. I like it more smaller, and you may be interested in river. It's a lot smaller and more intimate, but they treat you so well. Anyway.
Yes.
Yes, so thanks for sharing.
Absolutely.
That. My next question is, what set AmaWaterways above the rest?
That's a great question. What sets AmaWaterways above the rest? Well, I would say when we talk about, what we just said about some of those frequently asked questions, AmaWaterways stands out in the industry because they are the only luxury river cruise company who has curated experiences that center and celebrate the Black and African diaspora, creating opportunities for people within this culture and for those who want to celebrate that culture to come on board and do river cruising in a little bit of a different way. And that's something that no one else does out there on the river, having these opportunities, right? And it's a beautiful thing. But I would also say, when people river cruise, they are river cruising because they want to immerse themselves into the local destination. And the standard in the industry is to include one shore excursion per day. And with AmaWaterways, instead of just one excursion, we'll typically provide you with a choice of 2 to 3 excursions on average each day. And sometimes, especially when you're on some of our European river cruises, there'll be times where there are up to 6 different tours that you can choose from. A walking tour, a biking tour, a hiking tour, maybe a culinary tour, something off the beaten path, a food experience, and those are going to all be included. And I think that is what really sets Ama apart, our soulful experiences, the inclusion of all of our experiences. But then I would also say that People say that the heart of AMA is the people. And I think that's something that you can feel when you're traveling with AMA, when you're speaking to someone who works for AMA. We love what we do. We love river cruising, and we love when you cruise with us.
Amen. That's wonderful. I would agree. The Soulful experience is beyond no other. And one thing I would say as a travel professional, book early because it will sell out. You can't just wait till the last minute. You have to, if you wait,
it might be sold out.
Yeah, it might be sold out.
We have some people that want to do Egypt, and you can't get space on Egypt now until 2027. So we might have to look at adding more dates, but definitely, if you want to do a Soulful experience, go and book it now while it's available. Those cabins are going fast.
Yeah. Well, it's not just telling us truth. Oh, they're selling fast. So, as a current travel professional with a disability myself, what itinerary would you recommend that would you recommend for mobility challenge guests with their caregiver or their companion? I know that every cruise is not for everyone. That's why you would use a travel professional, because we go on the trips and we have personal experiences.
Absolutely.
And one thing I want to say too, if you do not understand me, ask me in the comments below to repeat myself, because I learned it's a gift from you to me. I want to be better. I want to be more understood. So remember that also.
Yes.
Jazzmine, what else that I missed?
No,
that you want to
was
share?
That was a great question. I want to answer the one about the mobility and which itinerary, right, would be. I would recommend. I would say that, with AmaWaterways, one of the things I think that also sets us apart is when we incorporated building elevators on board our ships. And some of those vessels that we have, the elevator will go on every single floor of those vessels. So when I think of the Soulful experiences, because that's the space we want to stay in right now, I would think about the colors of Provence, right, on the Ama Christina, because the Ama Christina has that elevator that you can utilize. Now, we do say that if you do need a wheelchair at all times, river cruising can maybe be a little bit difficult. Now, let me tell you why, though, because there may be ways to work around it, right? But when you are disembarking on a river cruise, there's usually a gangway that you have to take in order to get ashore. And that gangway sometimes can be narrow. So we'll need you likely to walk down that gangway, or maybe even you have like a mobile scooter, you can take that down the gangway. But then the other thing is that with river cruising, and especially because it's becoming more and more popular every single day, you see that ships are docking next to one another, almost what people would call tendering. And not all river cruise ships are created the same, right? So you sometimes will have a lobby of a river cruise ship on floor 2, and then another ship will have their lobby on floor 1, and maybe another ship has their lobby on floor 3. Now, if you needed to get ashore, you may have to walk up a certain number of stairs. I would say anywhere between 15 to 25 steps in order to get to the sun deck, so that you can walk across the vessel that is next to you in order to then get ashore. So we always recommend that if you do have some more of those more challenging physical mobility issues, that you bring a able-bodied travel companion with you that is there to be with you every step of the way. And even we know that your husband takes such great care of you, and he's always there and makes sure that you do every tour, that you're able to get on and off of the ship seamlessly.
I'm not dependent on the staff. I'm just dependent on my husband. So that's a good point to make.
Absolutely. Because the staff is always here to help, but you always want to make sure that you have someone with you that's able-bodied, that can be there with you the entire time. And that would be the biggest key.
And all ships on other tapes, like that Miss Jazzmine said, that's why you need someone who experiences.
Yes.
What was their experience? Or someone, I don't have to experience everything, and you don't have to experience everything. That's why you would go to a professional travel agent and see where you fit in. And I have learned everyone doesn't, is not the same. Everyone doesn't have the same opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So that's very good advice.
Absolutely. Okay. And like she said, a travel professional working with a travel advisor is the way to go. They will advocate for you. Amen. They will be there for you. I mean, we hope on your travels everything goes perfect, but if it doesn't, it's nice to have someone that's watching over you, that's checking in on you, that's making sure that you're having a great time. And a lot of times these travel professionals, those who are really invested in their business, like Sam and Eva, are part of certain organizations and what we call consortiums that even provide you with additional onboard credit and spa credits and things that you're not going to get if you book on your own. So make sure you reach out to your travel advisor for your next river cruise vacation.
Okay, well, thank you, Jazzmine, for taking the time.
You're welcome.
To talk with us. And remember, if you have tips, put it in the comments. Right now, I'm only on YouTube. So youtube.com and do the slash, and then always at Stroke for Healing. I will say it one more time. youtube.com/@Stroke for Healing. And I always like to end my broadcast with be a blessing to someone else, okay? Bye for now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.